Welcome in, welcome in. This is your girl, Coach Shine, coming at you with a live video doing a retie on my Microlocs. Yes, it is that time again. And I have attempted to go live on my TikTok, but I figured it's been a while since I've also been live on my YouTube to actually create a retie video for Microlocs because I know you guys, some of you have followed me because of my Microlocs. So I wanted to kind of give you some content, and I am really being very intentional with diversifying my page and my content and making sure I hit all the points because y'all know me, I'm multifaceted and multi-passionate. So yeah, you're gonna get all the things, okay? So I was doing some kind of thinking about my actual current pillars in my business, and I figured that it's more about lifestyle, beauty, and personal development. I think that's kind of been my kind of foundation, and I feel very solid with that, being able to kind of hit those key pointers. So that's what it will be. So I look forward to presenting more content in that arena to kind of support you guys as well, but just, bring some consistency to the channel. So as you can see, this is about maybe halfway through my head or more when it comes to my retie. So I'm kind of just working my way through it. Of course, starting my way from the back and working my way up. And this has just kind of been my technique from the very beginning. And it works. And as they say, don't broke. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's nothing to fix here. Just doing what works and maintaining consistency in it. So I washed my hair a few days ago, and you guys are going to kind of get some conversation in this kind of live today. Let's just talk about whatever. So welcome in. If you guys have any comments, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I am going to post this on my public page. So yes, for those of you who are coming in, I am working on a retie with my interlocking tool, using the interlocking method on my Microlocs. And of course, you guys can visit my website if you're looking for anything that I have to share or talk about. All of my products, personal development, digital courses, one-on-one coaching. Even if you want to book or schedule a hair appointment, book Microlocs. All of that's on there, right? You can also order head wraps, hair growth oil, all of the things are there. It's drinkerhair.com. Go visit the website. So yeah, I have been preparing myself because I'm going on a date this evening. So trying to get as much as my retie done as possible. I'm not really pressed about it as far as like my retie being completed, because if needed to, I would just wear a head tie. I'm sorry, not a head tie, but a head wrap. Most likely I will. Most likely I will. And Molly, I save your actual question is, what am I doing? I'm doing a retie on my Microlocs. I've already answered that question, love. So, yeah. If you're telling yourself not to be rude, that's a good reminder for yourself to not be rude. Thank you for your courtesy. But all in all, guys, we're just here to have a good time. I know you guys are going to leave some weird comments sometimes, and I don't always address everything, but sometimes I will if needed, if necessary. And if I don't take it personal. It's no big deal. I'm in my own zone, period. Okay? So, again, if you have any questions, you can ask them, but we're just going to keep things respectable. Okay? Now, earlier I did a workout video, which is a part of my Come Shine and Tone with Me program, which is a 30-minute at-home workout routine. And I kind of pretty much show you workouts that you can do at home, no gym or no equipment required, at home or anywhere, so to speak. Because sometimes, when you're in the gym, it can get so routine or mundane, and you don't want it to be boring, right? You kind of want to diversify your workouts. So doing different things that can help support you in achieving your fitness goals is important, right? Because you want it to be engaging, you want it to be interactive, you want it to be fun. So if you're interested in a workout routine that has all of those elements and incorporates a full mind, body, and soul, then definitely join that program. Okay? Join that program. But yeah, all it takes is 30 minutes a day. We're here for beauty and fitness, as y'all know. Beauty and fitness. I need to add that on the list as well. So many points to hit, but I think I'm hitting them all now. So yeah. So if you know that you're here for those things, and I'm going to update that on my channel as well in my bio, so you guys who are new here can get an idea of what I am and what I'm about. So let me see. I went walking yesterday? Trying to stay focused, but I got so many thoughts going through right now, so y'all bear with me. And I got a flyer that I'm looking at here. There's a concert, Miller Theater, happening November 2nd. So if you guys are interested, Child Trigger, there's a concert here in the local Augusta area. Y'all go check that out. That's my way of giving some level of support there. But for the most part, guys, I find that I like to do my reties online because I kind of can talk my way through it, multitask, get content in as well. Hello everyone that's speaking. Hey, how y'all doing? How are y'all doing? But yeah, so I am currently just enjoying myself right now. I'm not putting any really pressure on myself to make any real decisions when it comes to what direction I'm headed in my business. And I think this is an important time because, there's a rest period sometimes you have to give yourself. And I realize that I just want to create freely, right? I want to create more freely. So that's what I've been doing in my content, and it works. It works for me. It works for my clients. And yeah, I get to kind of continue to lead the way, show what's possible, and paint the narrative, right? Paint the narrative. And it just feels good when you're able to talk about the things that you really want to talk about. There's too much censoring going on sometimes when you try to plan or organize your content in a way. And sometimes it's good to just focus in on a certain area, and then other times you just kind of want more freedom when it comes to that. So this is where you get to honor that. You get to honor your journey, your cycle, your process, because it all adds up. It all makes sense when you've built a brand anyway. And this is why I tell people that is the most important thing to do. You have to build a brand, build a name for yourself. Once you've created a name for yourself, you know, and you've solidified yourself as a personality, as a public figure, as someone who is important, then it's so much easier for others to still follow you and follow your journey, follow in on the things that you're doing, the life updates you're sharing. Because, I mean, essentially, content is just the highlights of your life. It's like a movie. You're taking Snapchats or snaps or glimpses or pictures or whatever, highlights of your life, and you're sharing them. You know, you're just kind of letting people in on things that matter to you, you know, from your point of view. And that's just what it is, you know. And when you keep it light in that way, you can maintain more consistency. You can keep it fun. You know, you get more engagement. You get people who really like to, um, you know, become a fan. You know, you build a following, you build a fan base, and people really, you know, can say they look up to you in some way, and they can say, you know, whether that's because of your makeup tutorials, whether that's because of your locks, whether that's because of your fashion, whether that's because of your beauty, whether that's because of personal development, whether that's because of coaching, whether that's because of whatever you make it about. You get to define your line of work and your line of business and your line of focus. Okay? And what are you saying? You say, okay, that's your name. Wow. Welcome in. Welcome in. I don't want to mispronounce it. So it says, yeah, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mispronounce that. But I do see you, so appreciate you for being here. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, so another day, another retie. It's kind of how I feel right now, to be honest. I would love to take a nap, and I think I will probably in a few minutes, because I'm feeling a little sleepy, and I don't want to fall asleep in the movie later. So I think to come back and to kind of be proactive, I'm going to just honor how I'm feeling. My eyes are feeling a little heavy. So probably after this row, guys, I'm going to probably relax a little bit. And then prepare myself for the evening somehow. Can I come nap with you? All right, now, Deacon Blue. We all know the answer to that one. We all know the answer to that one. Can you come nap with me? Clearly, that is a no. Because what would that look like? You know, I have a man, and that is just that on that. Okay. Simply the facts. Okay. And I know that's how people do. They don't, and it's interesting because online is weird like that, because people never know who you are, what you got going on in your life, but they will be so willing to come at you any kind of way without really properly thinking about a different approach. Like, but that's just the way it is, okay? You're dealing with so many people and so many personalities, so many mindsets, so many thought processes online that you just got to filter through this the best you can, right? And, somebody in their mind, they're like, I didn't mean no harm, but guys, truly, It only matters if I make it matter. So that's just the reality of it. But I don't think a lot of people operate the same online, and that's okay. I think we need to have an online school where we have to kind of what you know how like people who are content creators got to have some kind of etiquette or decorum, right? What about having that for the viewers, for those who are watching, who are just the keyboard gangsters or whatever you want to call them? I don't know. The people who just are behind the screen watching the show, the commenters. I guess it's just free for all here, huh? Is that how it works online? I know these are things y'all probably don't think about, but yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to navigate this world. It's really interesting. But we keep it pushing. We keep it moving, guys. We keep it moving. We keep it moving. So yep, that's what it's about. I was trying to think because I want to write stuff down that I think about so I can go back to it later, but I'll have to reference it whenever. I think I have them. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I can remember it now. Yep. I'll put that in my YouTube video, my YouTube bio. I'm over here thinking about a new YouTube bio. Yeah, if you guys want help on your social media bio, upgrading it or rebranding and all that stuff, you can also schedule a one-on-one coaching call. And I can help you guys with that as well. There's so much nuances and context to content that I can share, that people don't think about, that kind of bring the words to. But to keep it simple, guys, just make it do what it do. Just make it do what it do. I always tell people do what works for you until you find out better, right? Do what works for you until you find out better. '26 is going to be a wonderful year. There's something about it that just makes me feel so optimistic. Yeah, I remember 2016. Yeah, I remember how that was. I would imagine. There'd be some kind of similarities. But evolution. Ah. Sometimes you just gotta just wake up and create, Sometimes you just gotta wake up and create. No overthinking, just get it done. And there's many types of content. So if you see it in that way, it's easier to kind of create and find your flow, find your rhythm, find your own way. Yep. This is what it looks like. My hair is growing. Excited about that. Did y'all know that locks experience shrinkage as well? Yeah, there's times when my hair can get really elongated and I can see the growth, and then there's times where it's like really, it shrinks, and it's like, it's pretty cool to watch. You know, I accept it in any stage it goes, but I just like, I think it's so interesting to think about it, like, wow, your locks really are shrinking, or really can shrink. You know, they can get shorter or longer, depending. I like mine to be stretched though. I like mine to be long. I like mine to grow. My goal is to grow mine out to my waist. So I do my reties on them probably every 6 to 8 weeks, somewhere along there. 3 at most, 3 months. I mean, like if I stretch it out that far, it'll be about that length. And then it's definitely going to be a retie done. Yeah, so I'm working my way around to the other side. And I essentially, guys, you see, I'm not using a mirror besides the camera on the phone, but I essentially feel my way around. Like I feel like I go faster when I'm able to kind of feel and move to the next one, kind of clean it up with my fingers, and it works. I have clean parts. I can feel what needs to be done, and then I can kind of move a little quicker when I want to. So this is about improving your technique or your speed. Having the mirror sometimes can slow you down when you're trying to be so particular about it. But if you're good at it, you'll feel your way through and it'll just move a little quicker. So that's just a little tip. But yes, I do take Microlocs appointments. So if you want your Microlocs done, you schedule them, schedule your appointment, schedule the service. Let's see if I can get this right. be thinking sometimes about stuff that's happening. I'm like, if it's happening, it has to be a reason, right? Because I feel like whatever it is, it has to work out for my good. It has to work out for me. There has to be a higher purpose. There has to be a higher reason. And that's just what I'm kind of approaching things as, like, when I deal with stuff that I feel like should already be resolved by now, and there's a different route or a different approach that's taken. I'm like, well, it must be something necessary if it has to happen. And I'm also like, let the necessary occur, because I'm gonna do the things that I can control. And if I can't control it, whatever's beyond my control, then I'm just gonna have to give it to a higher power, to really sort out and do what's, for the highest good of all. Because I can't I can't look at things that are affecting me directly and say that it's just about me. Now, if it was about me, then I can just say the things that's in my control and power, then I would do everything to control it. But it's not. See what I'm saying? So when there's so many other different elements involved and so many other different things, then I have to look at it from the perspective I'm approaching it in, to just even navigate it appropriately, because I don't want to get bitter. I don't want to get mad. I don't want to get angry about it. I want to make sure that it's something that I can feel good about and I've made a decision about in my own rights, and the things that I'm able to control and do, and say, okay, this is just what it's going to be. This is the outcome I'm taking, you know. And even if I don't know all the reasons or the answers, I know that I will find them along the way. That's just what it is. So yeah. I am definitely going to make sure that I get on my grind when it comes to it, of course. But all in all, I got to protect myself. I got to do what's right for me. I got to do what's best for me. And that's how you can that's how I look at it. That's how you can handle it. That's how I handle it. That's how I'm handling it. Point blank, period. Point blank and period. Yep. So anyway, I'm just making it do what it do, baby. Taking it day by day. Taking the highest approach. And I was watching a live earlier where the girl was like, make the most money as possible. Make the most money as possible, right? And that sounds great. So do what you must. Hop over to, we can discuss what we, no, sir. Just relax. Just relax. So I have about this amount left. And like I said, I want to get a quick nap in, but I did want to kind of show you guys my micro reties, because I am going to be recording them a lot more, as you guys look forward to. And we can continue these conversations at a later time. Okay? So that's all for now. Until the next one. Make sure y'all go check out my website. And don't forget to schedule your one-on-one coaching. Take care.